just had to let that prelude play. I feel like it builds up better with it, and I was sad they cut it from the new version. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy, and welcome to my Let's Play of Pokemon HeartGold and SoulSilver, often in the running for the greatest game in its entire series. This remake is an ode to what I would consider one of the greatest video games of all time. A technical achievement that pushed what a video game in 1999 could even be. And they did it on the frickin' Game Boy? I just cannot believe what they achieved with that game. It's not even a one-to-one remake either. We got all sorts of new features and content, many details lovingly crafted that they absolutely didn't have to do, but did it anyway. It borders on overwhelming when you're aware of everything there is to see. Pokemon Gold and Silver has perhaps some of the most well-documented development in all of video games, so I can tell you a ton about its creative process and what makes it such a cool game. This is something I've wanted to make since 2010 when it launched, but at the time, there wasn't really any way to reliably capture DS games. It was sort of a mystery back then, but here we are doing it now. Nowadays, I feel like so much discussion about Gold and Silver is level curve this, game corner that. Would you believe that I know easy strategies around both of those problems that literally anyone can do? I promise. Make this journey with us, and I'll teach you the ways. Now, while this is technically a hybrid of both versions, and I will be covering all of their content, this sort of predates versions having meaningful differences, so it won't come up very often. Just pick from these two lists of Pokemon that you like better, and go. There aren't even that many that are exclusive. Most of the time, I will be playing SoulSilver over the two, because there is something that I want more in that version than in HeartGold. Now to relive what was perhaps the biggest event in my 10-year-old self's life. Pokemon HeartGold and SoulSilver. No explanation needed because I'm gonna over-explain the crap out of this for you, game! Already become so bright. Oh god, I'm actually yawning. I caught a digital yawn. Sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Oak, but everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. Before we go any further, I'd like to tell you about a few things you should know about this world. This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends. At times we play together, and at other times we work together. Some people use their Pokemon to battle and develop closer bonds with them. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Are you a boy, or are you a girl? Won't you please tell me? Gosh, back up a little bit, man. So, the girl. Her official name is Lyra. Pretty cut and dry. That's just her name, and she is a new character to the remake. But when we get into the boy hero, this is where it gets complicated. Compared to other heroes, we know very little about his personal life. He doesn't get a lot of backstory, but he is the man of 1,000 names because he's appeared in so many obscure forms of media. His official name in HeartGold SoulSilver is Ethan in English and Hibiki in Japanese, which is the names that they used in Pokemon Masters. Among his other official names are Chase in English and Kakeru in the Japanese version. These would be the names given to the male protagonist of Pokemon Let's Go, a super remote reference that I'm willing to bet most people didn't notice. Ethan is often referred to as Gold in several different manga, and he was dubbed Jimmy or Kenta in the anime. The original instruction manual calls him Gold, Silver, or Chris, depending on your version, and these names are the same in Japanese. The fandom mostly latched on to Gold as his name, but would you believe me if I told you that I haven't even listed half of the official names that he's been given over the years? Here's the full list! Yeah! I, however, am gonna be going with my own name. No, not my own name as in my own name, but a name that I chose myself, you see. Our hero is gonna be named Sherb, a name that I'm awfully fond of. I think it's cute, it's a name that I would name a kid, and besides, everyone loves the Animal Crossing character Sherb, what's not to like? Your name is Sherb? Apparently so. Sherb, are you ready? Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. Fun experiences, difficult experiences. There's so much waiting for you. Dreams, adventure. Let's go to the world of Pokemon. I'll see you later. But not too much later. We can't be apart for too long, old man. We need each other. Welcome home. First things first, we're gonna boot up the PC and check our mailbox. We have a letter from our friend Lyra. What would you like to do with Lyra's mail? Read it. I don't know why that's an extra input. Adventure! Excited! I love Pokémon! She has some issues that she needs to work out, okay? Yeah, we'll be there for her. We'll support her any way that we can. I promise I'll look after you. Hi, Sherb, you're finally awake. Relax, Mom, it's like 6 in the morning. Your friend Lyra was just here. She's playing hide and seek with her Meryl. Like I said, she's got issues. Oh, I almost forgot. Our acquaintance Professor Elm was looking for you. He said he had a favor to ask you. You know where the lab is, right? It's right next door to us. Don't you mean it's left next door to us? Thank you, you're too kind. By the way, do you have everything you need to go out? Here, use this bag to carry things. This is your trainer card. Here you can save a record of your progress. These are also rather helpful. Just try touching the buttons and you'll know what to do in no time. This is such a good tutorial. Like, man, just let us tap on things until we figure it out. It's so good. So first off, we gotta make some changes. Text speed to fast, that is a requirement of any Let's Play. Battle scene means, are the moves gonna be animated or do you skip the animations for sake of brevity? Battle style. This goes into something that we haven't really seen yet, but basically what you need to know is that shift is the easier of the two styles, whereas set is the more challenging. I'm a fan of a good challenge. I'm gonna go with the harder of the two. Sound. I'm actually gonna switch this over to mono because it's, all right. I don't know if it's just me, but I swear to you that on a computer or through speakers or headphones, this game's stereo mix is really awkward and just feels like it's jumping back and forth between your two ears all the time. I can't really explain why, but I talked to some other people and they felt the exact same way when I'd pointed it out, so yeah, I think we're gonna go with that instead. Also, I'm gonna go with this window type. I like doing different ones than what I've ever done in other playthroughs, and it's pretty nice too. Professor Elma's been waiting for you, dear. Please go help him. I want to check the things in Mom's house. Cinnabar Volcano Burger, Mom's specialty. Volcano Bake Meats. What's in the fridge? Lots of drinking water and sweet lemonade. The text in this game is awfully charming and full of personality. I really like it. Now, our mother. She was given a full total redesign. She just kind of has a headband here. I kind of preferred her old look. She had like a headdress thing on, and she also had a darker skin tone, and because of the colors on the Game Boy Color together with her design, I kind of thought that the protagonist's family was Indian back in the day. Gold and Silver also has an unused function for naming the player's mother. This has never been a thing in any other game. Just thought I'd tell you that it's a fun little unused feature. Ah, the morning breeze. Welcome everybody to New Barktown, where the winds of a new beginning blow. There she goes. So brave, so wonderful. I don't like Lyra. I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of Lyra's design. I think that she looks really inferior to the original girl design named Chris, and there's implications that Chris may have actually been planned to be the girl protagonist in this version as well. There's early sprites for Chris in some menus that you can see here. She doesn't have nearly all of the sprites that a player character would need in order to be playable, so it's possible she didn't get very far into development. Also, she walked off towards the left and ended up in a house on the right. Sherb, Professor Elm was looking for you. Do you want to go to the lab? You have nothing else to say, really? I wanted to come and talk to you because you're... Shut up. Dadalicious, do you have anything for us? Hi, Sherb. Lyra is upstairs. She's playing games with her Pokemon as usual. You didn't bring your Pokemon? Oh, I should have known. You don't have your own Pokemon yet. Well, I hope it didn't hurt your feelings, Sherb. Okay, the dad is the better character right off the bat. I didn't know he said that. That was pretty cool. All right. So we won't be doing anything else. We want to go off to Elms. However, new to this version is on the second floor of his lab is his house. Hi, Sherb. My husband's always busy. I hope he's okay. When he's caught up in his Pokemon research, he even forgets to eat. I think that his house being connected to his research lab kind of goes in with his overworking character a lot more. It seems like something that he would do. When I grow up, I'm gonna help my dad. I'm gonna be a great Pokemon professor. Gosh, Professor Elm has a child, and he can apparently get a date. I guess you don't have an excuse anymore, huh? Let's check you. So this is the famous Elm Pokemon lab. What are you staring at? Ugh. Sir, no need to get violent. It's an E-rated game, my dude. This cheery music, I always look forward to hearing it. Hi, Sherb. I've been waiting for you. Do you know anything about my research? As you know, Pokemon are carried in Pokeballs these days, but before the Pokeball was invented, people used to walk with Pokemon. Just like your friend Lyra does. Man, socializing is a good thing we live in the future. Pokeballs are great because you can carry many Pokemon, but walking with Pokemon must have some advantages. It could have something to do with how Pokemon grow or evolve. So I'm gonna give you a Pokemon. Can you walk beside this Pokemon outside of its Pokeball to see if this brings any special feelings or bonds between Pokemon and people? The device over there has some Pokemon you could choose from. Oh, hey, I got an email. Okay. Hey, listen, I have this acquaintance that people call Mr. Pokemon. He keeps finding weird things and raving about his discoveries. Anyway, I just got an email from him saying that this time it's real. It's probably another Pokemon egg, but we're still so busy with our Pokemon research. Wait, I know. You can go in our place, right? Can we count on you? You can choose one of the Pokemon over there. If a wild Pokemon appears, let your Pokemon battle it. I feel like Elm is a pretty underappreciated Pokemon professor. I like how he's kind of nerdy and introverted though, but he gets really excited at times. He's just a pretty charming fellow. So it is time for us to if I can line myself up properly, I'm really struggling with just simple walking, never mind with a Pokemon. We have 3 Pokemon to choose from for our beginnings. Even if you think you know what you want, always, always, always check them first. Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile. Okay, I didn't get it. So, HeartGold SoulSilver is noteworthy in being the only Pokemon game ever released that will show you if a starter Pokemon is shiny before you have selected it. This is a cosmetic change that normally has a 1 in 8,192 chance of happening. So you really don't want to miss out, even if you think you know what you want. Always check them. Even though we didn't get it, we still got 3 great Pokemon to choose from. Well, 2 great Pokemon to choose from. It's time to make our choice. Are you ready to meet the worst starter Pokemon of all time? No fooling, Chikorita sucks. It's just not quite enough of anything to wow, and probably not gonna one-shot much with its giant move pool of most entirely grass attacks. It has no secondary type, like most grass-type starters would, and as a result, has lots of weaknesses. I don't think it'll always fall to those weaknesses necessarily, it's just defensive enough that it could probably take a single hard hit before going down. Possibly the worst part is the region it's in. Chikorita has a disadvantage against virtually every single boss fight in the main story, and the regular battles are filled to the top with poison flying and bug types. It just feels like the whole world's out to get you if you chose this thing. You'll be struggling to find good times to switch into it. On the plus side, I think they knew Chikorita sucked. The gene pool gave it Razor Leaf and Reflect at its low levels to make up for its shortcomings, at least in the start of the adventure. And that's how I think it should be used. Support moves, because what else is it gonna use all 4 of its move slots on? Okay, so access to Swords, Dance, and Earthquake is pretty good. That's probably the most single compelling thing that it has going for it, meaning that it's a pretty mean electric counter. Disappointingly, it's stuck with freaking Grass Whistle and can't even learn Sleep Powder. Pick Chikorita if you're looking for something different and you want a serious challenge. Cyndaquil is what I would call the intermediate difficulty. Cyndaquil's got a bunch of normal and fire moves, but that isn't really all bad. Fire is helpful against a lot of enemies and bosses that we encounter on this particular journey. It just kinda does only that one thing for a long time, and its moves don't get any more diverse until it's fully evolved. Definitely see what you can learn after that point. You could add fighting or even ghost into the mix after that. Its speed is great, hitting that magic number of 100 to outspeed most Pokemon. Perhaps reset for a plus speed nature if you want to beat out other fast Pokemon. No especially bad stats anywhere, so it'll take some lumps too. It's okay, not amazing, still better than Chikorita. However, I gotta say this, you do not understand how much it means to me that Cyndaquil is a normal boring fire type. You do not understand. I have been talking about firefighting starter Pokemon for over a decade now, and we're free of the curse! Seriously, the last time that we didn't have a firefighting type was Cyndaquil. All right. Totodile, best by a mile. More than just water and ice, it's aided by the physical special split to allow those types to be better than ever on it. It has access to Swords Dance to become an utter menace of the deep. We can add so many moves to it later on in life, such as Shadow Claw, Brick Break, and yep, Earthquake. It's a common trend among all three of them. A physical attacker and potentially a wall breaker, able to just set up and go to town if the opponent can't do much to water types, and that happens surprisingly often. I wouldn't call Totodile easy mode necessarily. This game is pretty challenging at times. In fact, if you're looking for a harder Pokemon game, I recommend this one pretty highly. I'd say that Totodile is the more fun option for people who want a rare, good physical water type. Water is also just generally the easy choice because it has the advantages at the same points that grass does, just with fewer weaknesses and more neutral matchups. Totodile is a good boy. Now the question has been banged. Who am I going with? Who? We will be seeing the owl Pokemon very soon, but that's not what I'm referring to. I'm going with Chikorita. We're doing hard mode. Sherb received Chikorita from Professor Elm. Man, that jingle really oversells it. We are gonna give you a nickname. You are a male Chikorita, okay. So I was thinking, I got a name for you. Okay. I was thinking of maybe Perry for the name because it does look like a little pear. I was kind of thinking of Canopy because it kind of plays off of the whole can and can't thing, you know, kind of like that. Also, Pokemon are named all caps in this game, so I'm gonna be doing that for consistency. I think I'm gonna go with Nettle. Nettle is a weed that can sting and be pretty bad for you, but it's also used to make tea and can have medicinal benefits. It can, you know, kind of plays with the whole thing of it being the underdog and seeming bad, but it has some good things about it too. Here we go. Is Nettle the nickname you want to give? Sure is. I kind of wanted to talk to my Pokemon. How do you like walking with your Pokemon? It's not bad, is it? And like the 2 seconds I've tried it, it seems all right. You can take it all the way to Mr. Pokemon's house. If your Pokemon gets hurt, you should heal it with this machine. It's so easy to use. Just check the PC on my desks. Yeah, Pokemon centers are gonna be lobbying pretty hard to not have that thing replace their entire workforce. The AI takeover, man. Mr. Pokemon goes everywhere and finds rarities. His house is past Cherry Grove City. Go north a little past Cherry Grove. I'm counting on you, Sherb. Talk to your Pokemon right away. You can talk to them at any time and they will react to whatever's going on. Nettle is sniffing at Sherb. Nettle is staring steadfastly at Sherb's. How do you stare steadfastly? Like, did it like change its expression really quickly or something? Staring steadfastly. Okay, so it's still doing that. So we can heal up. Before we do anything else, I like to learn a little bit about our Pokemon that we've selected. As every Pokemon is an individual, a naughty nature. Likes to thrash about. I think that means that attack is your best natural stat. You are plus attack minus special defense. Huh. You know, I like that. I really do. It's gonna suck if you get hit by a fire type move though, but like, yeah, I think physically attacking is probably about the best thing that I can say about you, and the fact that your special attack didn't take a hit, that means that I can give you a mixed moveset too. I like this. Sherb, I want you to have these to help with your task. Obtain the shouldn't. Couldn't have given me a Pokeball. Pokemon are weak in the beginning. Don't hesitate to use a potion if you think it's in danger. You couldn't have given me a Pokeball. You couldn't have done that. Okay, like, it's gonna hurt me not having Pokeballs for a little while. Sure. So you pick Chikorita. I gotta zoom in on Chikorita right here. I'm so sorry to keep making fun of you, Nettle, but Chikorita's dot eyes and proportions freaking offend me. It has one of the worst following sprites, and it's a sad thing indeed for one of the lead starters to have. That's a cute Pokemon you have. I kind of disagree, I'm sorry. He's not really the biggest looker, especially out here. When you walk with it, it'll become more friendly. You should turn around and talk to it sometimes too. Oh, that's right, why don't you show it to your mom? See ya. She's so wacky and zany. Okay. So we're gonna go in here, go talk to our mother, show her our little ugly duckling who will grow up to be a beautiful butterfly or something. Oh, sure, but that's a cute Pokemon you have. Professor L must have given it to you. Oh, Professor L has a task for you say. What kind of task? I see, that sounds a little difficult. But when someone makes that kind of request to you, it must be important. Oh, that's right, I completely forgot. Your Pokegear came back from the repair shop. Here you go. Sherb received the Pokegear. I usually like starting these off by showing you the region, and we didn't have the opportunity to do that. Guess what? You could use the Pokegear to make a phone call too. Do you remember how? Yes. Just power on the Pokegear and touch the telephone button, okay? Names of people you can call are automatically registered. Just like in the original, she gives you the tutorial no matter what you answer. Wow, I can't believe it's so easy to make a phone call. You don't get out much, do you, Mom? Gosh, everyone in this backwater town of nowhere just really has problems. We're gonna call our mother while we're in the same room. Hello, Sherb? Well, I've gotten so used to hearing your voice, but you almost sound like a different person on the phone. It's so strange. Do you say anything else, Mom? No, okay. Gosh, these people are rather interesting. Another thing about the Pokegear that is different is the settings menu. Pokegear has skins now. You got this pink mode, you got this one right here that is Team Rocket themed. I don't really understand the idea of giving a gang exposure like this, but I guess they paid a lot of money for the product placement. This one's the Fighting Dojo from Pokemon Red and Blue. This one has kind of like a championship feel to it. And then our last one is this more sleek Silph design. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I like the champion design, but it feels like a bit much. So yeah, we'll go with sleek here. So HeartGold SoulSilver created the following mechanic. Well, okay, technically Pokemon Yellow created the following mechanic, but it was done here way, way better. And it's not an exaggeration to say, oh, wait a second! Apparently he's French. I think it is an exaggeration to say, wait 1 second, you took several seconds. I'll give you my number. Sherb registered Professor Elm in the Pokegear. I'll call you if anything comes up. I was gonna say, I think it's no exaggeration to say that this following feature was done so well here that it is easily the #1 thing that everyone hopes for in a new Pokemon game. Yeah. And it was in a freaking remake that was not at all necessary to update Gold and Silver for a new generation. No one was asking for this to come back. It was just kind of accepted that it was a Pokemon Yellow thing. Thank God you're not a shiny. Oh my gosh. I am going to need to get through this section of the game so fast. The fewer encounters you get, the better. Less chances for you to roll those loaded dice that only ever come up Millhouse when you're doing that. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Yeah, so it's wonderful that you can have these Pokemon follow you. Can I just talk about how bizarre it is that they didn't market that Sword and Shield's DLC was going to allow you to have following Pokemon? Like, that would have shut up like 90% of the criticism right away. Really, if people are mad about a Pokemon game, just tell them that Pokemon will follow you in it. People will love it. It's not an exaggeration. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. There are secrets to find on our first route out here, and I'm not going for, oh God, I thought the thing was golden. I really thought it was golden when it was on there, okay. We'll take it out. All we can do is just tackle, tackle, tackle. It's only level 2. We're not gonna get a whole lot of experience. Oh, just looking at me with foresight. That makes it so that if I'm a ghost type, you can hit me with normal and fighting type moves. Not that you are a ghost type, or not that I am a ghost type, and not like you have anything that would benefit from that. Oh, you're just gonna look at me extra close. If I had an evasion move, foresight would also get around that. I remember back in the day wondering why people thought evasion was so overpowered. I'm just like, dude, just run like foresight or like moves that don't miss. Like, it's just adapting. It doesn't mean that it needs to be banned. But yeah, then I learned that in doubles format, it's not exactly an overpowered tactic like it is in singles. I wanted to take a break, so I saved to record my progress. Nice, man. Very, very nice. I can minimize the number of steps I am in grass by going this way. God, we are moving so slow. It's just, it's so bad. Waiting for a Pokemon that only appear in the daytime. Nice. So we'll pop in here. It's an apricorn tree. Since there's nothing to put it in, there's no reason to take it. Well, that's a ripoff. A fun little thing about the following feature is if we talk to Chikorita, Nettle is steadily poking at the ground. Nettle looks like it wants to lead. Nettle is steadily poking at the ground. Oh, is this it? Nettle looks like it wants to, no, come on. Oh, there it was, I skipped past it, no! Nettle is waving its leaf around. Nearly every single area has a special Pokemon that will do something unique when following. This is the first one, and yeah, it's the first Pokemon in the Johto Pokedex as well. I thought that was rather cool. I will be showing you every single one of these little details because there's so many of them. And we've made it to Cherry Grove City. You're a rookie trainer, aren't you? I can tell. That's okay. Everyone's a rookie at some point. If you'd like, I can teach you a few things. Okay then, follow me. I'm already spoken for by another old man. I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm sorry. I forgot that you weren't wearing the running shoes. I'll try to go as slow as possible, so try to keeping up. This is a Pokemon Center. They heal your Pokemon in no time at all. You'll be relying on them a lot, so you better learn about them. I walk very fast, and man, even when I try to go as slow as I could possibly go comfortably, it still is too fast for some people. This is a Pokemon Mart. They sell Pokeballs for catching wild Pokemon and other useful items. Not right now, they don't. We go there, there's not gonna be any Pokeballs. You lying to me and giving me false hope that I can get my shiny. Route 30 is out this way. Trainers are battling their Pokemon there. If you go a little farther, you'll see Mr. Pokemon's house. This is the sea, as you can see. Yeah, and I called my mom the moment she gave me my phone. Some Pokemon are only found in the water. No need to get salty. Here it's my house. For your effort keeping up with me, I'll give you my running shoes. There's still more. Got you, didn't I? Don't worry, these are brand new. Gosh, the text in this game feels so motherly. It's less serious than Black and White and everything that came after it. And you know, Pokemon has a lot of similarities to Earthbound. It does. It's a quirky RPG that was set in modern times. It kind of is the setting that the Mother series created in the first place. It has a similar style. Got some pop culture references in there. When I was a wee lad, I was a hotshot trainer. Here's some words of advice. Catch a lot of Pokemon. You can only take 6 with you. If you catch more, they'll be sent to your PC. Both games are confirmed to have Stand By Me as a basis for their setting. There's absent fathers, a jerk next door neighbor rival who's always one step ahead of you. Probably one of the biggest ones for me is the theme of empowering children and overcoming problems that were caused by adults. And this is all on purpose. You know Creatures Inc., one of the 3 companies credited with creating Pokemon, the one that doesn't ever seem to do anything? Well, they used to be called Ape Inc., and many of its workers went on to work at Game Freak. It was made by a lot of the same people. While I can't know if every similarity is intentional, it's clear that the DNA of Earthbound and what the developers learned from it is part of how Pokemon came to be, and I feel like Earthbound doesn't get enough credit as one of the reasons why Pokemon even got to exist. All right. So I guess I could pop into the mart really quick and just kind of show what we're dealing with here. Welcome, what do you need? Pokeballs? The old man is a liar. Yeah, we already knew that. I just thought I'd show that. That's just status healers alongside those potions. We don't really have to worry about any of that yet. Okay. Oh! You gonna give me your used underwear now too? I forgot one thing. There's another token for me. Take it. The guy Gent loaded the map card onto his Pokegear. Pokegear can now show the town map. Touch the Pokegear on the touchscreen and select the town map icon. You'll see the icon of the region you're currently in. The Pokegear becomes more useful as you add cards. I wish you luck in your journey. We haven't gotten to look at the Johto region yet. Here's what we're dealing with. It's a big, interconnected world with all sorts of pathways weaving and winding around each other. There's so many ways to get from point A to point B, and it's surprisingly open in its execution. I'd actually say that this game is pretty close to what I would consider open world, where there's only a few roadblocks in the whole thing, and most of them are right at the very beginning. So much to explore, we better get going. Next, I'm gonna tell you that walking has its advantages. Encounter rates are lower when walking as opposed to running, so you don't necessarily want to run absolutely everywhere. However, if you do absolutely want to run everywhere, you can tap on the shoes on the touchscreen and you will automatically run without having to hold down the B button. Oh, you're wearing the running shoes. They make you feel like you're flying, don't they? Beware of wild Pokemon and trainers. When you run, the noise will attract them. Phew, beat you by a matter of seconds in looking like a know-it-all. Hop in here? People usually come to my house looking for Mr. Pokemon's house. You did mean to visit my house, right? How kind of you. Do you have any apricorns? Apricorn trees bear fruit once a day. I have one of those trees too. Apricorns are really something. You can make Pokeballs and other things. They are quite useful. I have a feeling this is meant to be. I am so happy that I'll give you this. We obtained the Apricorn box. Man, is that an easy thing to miss. You can carry so many apricorns, you'll be a decent apricorn collector. They say apricorn in the anime. I really think it should be apricorn because like apricot and corn, but in like acorn, well, oh my God, it's acorn. It's amazing the things that you realize when you say them out loud for the first time in your life after you've been reading them in exclusively text-based games that aren't voice acted. Okay, I got out of there safely. Got away safely. We're getting an antidote that'll restore us from potions right here. And then if we were to go this way, a Pokemon can use moves long as it still has PP. When a move has no PP remaining, that Pokemon cannot use that move. Then you should take your Pokemon to the Pokemon Center. Go, Rattata! Tackle! What? This is a big battle. Leave me alone. Yes, sir. Don't let me get in your way. Man, talk about serious. We need to get out of here before he beats us up or something. It's okay. We'll be back. We'll be back. We want to go up this way. All right. Okay. We're not getting a lot of encounters. Why am I making such a big deal out of this? It's a 1 in 8,192 chance. It's not going to happen. It's fine. Okay. Wouldn't mind leveling up, actually. Now I'm wanting encounters. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. We've made it. You must be Sherb. I was the one who sent an email to Professor Elm earlier. This is what I want Professor Elm to examine. Sherb obtained the mystery egg. Sherb put the mystery egg in the key in his pocket. A friend of mine from Eckerteat gave it to me. I bet you can't find this egg in Johto. I thought Professor Elm might be able to tell what it is. He's the best when it comes to the research of Pokemon evolution. That's a quote from the famous Professor Oak. You return it to Professor Elm? Here, your Pokemon should have some rest. And with that, I'm Professor Oak, a Pokemon researcher. It was just your way of setting up to brag about who you know. So you're Sherb. I was just visiting my friend, Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running an errand for Professor Elm, so I waited there. Oh, what's this? A rare Pokemon? I see. You must be helping Professor Elm's research. I think I understand why Professor Elm gave you that Pokemon. You will treat your Pokemon with love and care, it seems. Yes, sir. Please don't hurt me. Ah, you seem to be dependable. How would you like to help me out? See, this is the latest version of the Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. I'd like you to have it. Sherb received the Pokédex from Professor Oak. We're only missing one slot in this menu now, and it will be a very long time before we fill it. Go meet many kinds of Pokemon and complete that Pokédex, but I've stayed too long. I have to get to Goldenrod for my usual radio show. Sure, I have a feeling that this is not the last time we'll meet. Let's exchange numbers just to be on the safe side. Oh my gosh, we're at that stage in our friendship. I don't know how much longer I want to go with this joke. It can get awfully disturbing very fast. Sorry to trouble you having to go back and forth. Please make sure to hand it to Professor Elm. All right. I can go into my Pokédex. Show this. I'm not the biggest fan of this interface being all grid-based and everything though, but you can see all the different Pokemon here. Let's give Elm a call. Hello, Sherb. Try not to overdo it. Be sure to heal your Pokemon if they are hurt. And he just hung up on me. Professor Oak. Hello, this is Professor Oak. Oh, hello, Sherb. So how's your Pokédex coming along? Evaluate me, buddy. Let's see. You've seen 3 Pokemon and you've caught 1 Pokemon. I see. Look for Pokemon in grassy areas. Show me your Pokédex again anytime. So we'll give you an evaluation there. There are rewards for catching certain numbers of Pokemon. I will not be trying to catch them all, but I just thought I'd let you know. Oh, Professor Elm. Hello, Sherb? It's a disaster! This is just terrible! What should I do? Oh no. Please get back here now! Dude, we just talked about 10 seconds ago and already your lab is blown up. What did you do? I leave you alone for 10 seconds and this happens. Hop down. Just trying to be careful, trying to be careful. Wow, I don't think I've ever gotten this few encounters along the way. I'm actually a little scared of what's coming up. All right, I guess we're just gonna run with it and see what we can do. You got a Pokemon at the lab? What a waste. That's a Pokemon that's too good for a wimp like you. Don't you get what I'm saying? Oh my god, I'm not good enough for Chikorita? Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. You are challenged by Passerby Boy. Passerby Boy sent out Cyndaquil. He will always have the starter that yours is weak against. That's why I'm kind of afraid. If we got to level 6, Chikorita would have had a pretty darn great move, and it does not. I'm gonna open up with a Growl. This will lower Cyndaquil's attack stat, making it do less damage. I don't need to lower stats, we're fine. I thought it would do a lot more than that with me being the same level as it and all. Your level difference plays a lot into... Oh no, you have Leer. Yeah, you have Tackle and Leer as your moves. This is, So I've had my defense lowered, but I've also lowered your attack. I'm just gonna keep going, see where that gets me. I think we've canceled it out. Yeah, you're hitting for 3 damage again. Hit you again. We got potions if we need them. We really gotta use them. I gotta say, it's so funny nowadays how people complain about Pokemon rivals being too friendly or not mean enough. You're okay. You're doing okay for someone weak. Back in these days, I remember that they were advertising Gold and Silver with, oh, you thought Gary was bad. Oh man, this guy is even worse. Like, he is, like, immediately just so freaking aggressively against you, and not even like on a personal level, like he doesn't even know us. He shoved us out of the way back in, like, oh, we got 69 experience, nice. Back in New Barktown. Level 6. Wow, they knew Chikorita sucked. Yeah, we already freaking know Razor Leaf. That move is amazing. We're gonna be using it through so much of our travels. Ah, I thought I got to level 7. Are you happy you won? Sure, we've got 500 Pokédollars for a winning. Do you want to know who I am? I'm gonna be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. Give it back. That's my trainer card. You saw my name. He's just getting out of here. But yeah, it's so funny that they were practically bragging about how much meaner your rival was going to be to you in this game. And nowadays they're all like, well, you know, we don't want to make the rivals like too mean and unwelcoming. And besides, we only made them so mean in the first place because graphics were limited and we wanted to, you know, make the characters memorable in another way besides just simply their appearance. And I don't know, man. It strikes me as rather funny that at one time they were proud of just how mean their characters were, and now they just don't really seem that way anymore. Well, let's go here again. Who are you? We are investigating the case of missing Pokemon here. Rule number 1, whoever did it will come back to the site. Oh my, so you must be the one who did it? Hold on a second, he has nothing to do with it. I saw it. There was a red-haired boy looking into the building. What? You battled a boy like that? He must be the one who did it. Did you happen to get his name? Our rival. His official name is Silver in Pokemon Masters and in some toy lines, but he's never been definitively named anything canon in the core series of games. In Pokemon Stadium 2, his name is Rival. No, seriously, his first name is Rival. His full title is Rival. So his name is Rival. When I was a kid, he does not say, oh no, you saw my trainer card. He says, my name's ... to imply that you didn't hear him. I thought that this literally meant his name was ... and they were quizzing me on it and not letting me name him, and I was just telling him, yeah, that's what his name was. I can see why they changed it. In addition to thinking that his name was ... I also thought he was a girl because of his hair. Yeah. So, playing off of me having his name completely wrong, I wanted to give him some name that was relevant to that. We're gonna name him Marcus. This is why you don't want to let me name children. I see, so Marcus was his name, yes. Thanks for helping my investigation. The next assignment is to search for this red-haired individual. Sure, I'm glad they understand you are innocent. See you later! Man, Lyra, who knew that running around in circles in the middle of town with your Meryl with nothing else to do would have actually come in handy? You got me out of trouble. Sure, this is terrible. Oh yes, what was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery? Sherb handed the mystery egg to Professor Elm. Huh? This is an egg, isn't it? You said it was probably just another egg. This egg may be something I've never seen. Still, it's just an egg. Mr. Pokemon is always fascinated by eggs. Well, since he gave it to us, might as well find out what secret it holds. I'll keep it for a while to find out about the egg. What? Professor Oak gave you a Pokedex? Sherb, is that true? That's incredible! He is superb at seeing the potential of people as trainers. Oh, sure. I knew you were a little different. Things are gonna be fun. Your Pokemon seems to really like you, so why don't you take the Pokemon Gym Challenge? If you manage to defeat all the gym leaders, you'll eventually challenge the Pokemon League champion. Or not! Becoming the champion is not at all easy, but you can certainly challenge Violet City's gym. Sure, challenging the gyms scattered around will be a long journey. Before you leave, make sure that you talk to your mom. Yes, sir. We want to check the spot where Marcus was standing to get ourselves a free potion. That's a bit of a new one. And then, while we could just walk out of town without saying goodbye to our mom, no. Manly men say goodbye to their mom. Let's do it. So you're leaving on an adventure. Okay, I'll help too, but what can I do for you? I know, every time you receive prize money, I'll save some of it for you. On a long journey, money's important. Do you want me to save your money for you? Sure, we'll let you help out. She just really wants to be included. Be careful. Pokemon are your friends when you work as a team. You can accomplish anything. Now, go on. Aww. Oh, nuts. I just looked up what likes to thrash about means. That means that this Chikorita might have a perfect attack stat. I'm gonna try to calculate this, hang on. Wow. These IVs are potentially incredible. If somebody could track these for me as the levels go up and it becomes more clear exactly what we have, I'd really appreciate it. This Chikorita has a potentially perfect attack stat, like I said. It has a potentially perfect defense stat. It has a potentially perfect special attack stat. Its HP is between 10 and 26 out of 31, and its speed is between 10 and 26 as well. Its special defense is its worst stat, both in its nature and in its individual values, being between a 4 and a 19. But still, like, the fact that 3 of its stats cannot be lower than a 19, and we're only at level 6 and it already looks that good. Nettle, I think you're really gonna be big one day. Dang, you showing me up already. I wasn't expecting that. All right, well, on this windy morning, where the winds of new beginning blow, we have one big adventure ahead of us. Next time on Pokemon HeartGold and SoulSilver, we set out into the world and maybe even catch our first Pokemon. See you guys then.